And good morning. Welcome to Community Voice. I'm your host, Josh Engel. Today we have Kristian Whittington as well as Harry Nelson. Harry is the president, Kristian a board member with West GA Autism Foundation. West GA Autism Foundation has been serving individuals with autism and families of individuals with autism in over 10 West Georgia counties for now, but I think that number is going to grow after the foundation receives your support. But they serve families and individuals in currently 10 West Georgia counties, and they've been doing so since 2017. So today we're going to be chatting about the foundation, about the residents that they serve, and furthermore, about their 2023 Snowball, which is the fundraiser for the West GA Autism Foundation, and it's also one of the most beloved fundraisers in the West Georgia area. Great evening. Tons of fun. People always have a blast. I always love seeing the pictures from the Snowball. Those are great. Like, people always post the pictures and the portraits. So we're going to be chatting today about the foundation and about the Snowball. So why don't we throw it over to the professionals. Good morning, Kristian and Harry. How are you?
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Thank you so much for coming on the program and coming on Facebook Live. Yes, we are currently live streaming on our WLBB Facebook page. So if you have any questions or comments for our illustrious guests, I'd be more than happy to read it out to them and get the answers that you're looking for. And let me just check. No questions yet. All right. Why don't we start with some bios? How about Kristian? I know that you've never been on the program before.
Right, never.
Ever. So why don't you tell folks about yourself and tell us how you and the West GA Autism Foundation came together.
Okay, sure. Yes, so obviously, Josh, we know each other quite well.
Very well.
So I have been an employee at Southwire for, more than 11 years. And a large part of that I've served with their communication and giving back team. So we do a lot of community events, a lot of support to make an impact right here in West Georgia. So I have had the privilege of being right here in this chair for many of our events in the past to let people know what's happening and how they can get connected.
So you're no stranger to spreading the good news, spreading the good word.
Spreading the good word, yes. Yeah, so I obviously love what I get to do with Southwire, but another beautiful part of the work that we do there is that we encourage our employees to serve on their own, find their own passions, and get involved, volunteer. So it doesn't always have to be a Southwire or Project Gift sanctioned program, but it can be, just where your heart is.
Serving in the community, finding a way to serve that's close to your heart.
That's right. So for me, that is right here. So I have a very close connection with autism as well, and want to be able to do all my part in this community specifically to make an impact around autism awareness and acceptance. And so I was blessed enough to get connected with the right people and find out a little bit more about what West GA Autism Foundation is doing and how I could get involved. And they just pulled me right in.
Right in. You join the board. Next thing you know,
I'm right here.
Telling the story.
That's it.
Telling
so I guess, I joined probably around March of this last year, so not quite a whole year yet that I've been on the board. I can't believe it's been that long, actually, now that I think back. But
nonprofit years are different than normal years.
It's like dog years.
3 months at a exactly. Yeah, the inverse. 3 months at a nonprofit, you got wrinkles. It's brutal because
it happens.
It's hard work, but it's also a very important work, and it's always worth it. It's always worth the hard work and the struggle. But they're very glad. I'm sure they're very glad to have you on the board to help spread the good word. Let's throw it over to Harry Nelson. Harry is the president. Harry has been on the board or has been serving with West GA Autism since 2017. So yes. I feel like I really expected more of a Merlin type in a robe with like books, but you're the historian. You're the scribe.
Somewhat, yes, yeah.
So how about you tell us a bit about yourself and about your what drew you and connected you with West GA Autism Foundation?
Certainly. Well, yes, I've been with the foundation since its beginning because at the time, I'm with the University of West Georgia, and my job is a lot of policy, procedure, budgets, things like that. Very, very focused, very introverted type work. But I also was very interested in public administration and was studying a doctorate in public administration at the time. And when I heard that we were going to be starting this foundation, I was studying nonprofits, and I knew how many nonprofits had failed in their first year, all the drastic things that happen. And when I heard it was going to be an autism foundation, I said to myself, this cannot fail. In fact, my wife was the one first who mentioned it to me, and we said we're going to get on this and we're going to stay on this. So I've been with the Autism Foundation since the very beginning. Seen many transformations. Worked with it to get us more thoroughly entrenched in the community. And my inspiration is my son. He's on autism spectrum, and my inspiration has been, how do we build more and more resources locally for families and for individuals on the autism spectrum? So that's my involvement. That's what I try to bring to the organization on a daily basis.
So tell us a bit about your son. You say he's your inspiration. His name is Jacob. So tell us a bit about Jacob.
Jacob is on Facebook, and he loves talking with people. He loves being involved. And so part of what has, and I tell you about transformations with the foundation, part of what I've done is, with the foundation, we look for ways for individuals with autism to become more connected in the community. Mm-hmm. And on many occasions, Jacob and I and other board members and their children have been involved with volunteer projects. And so we try to set those up as much as we can, connecting people in the community. And, just it brings such a wealth of community here locally.
I hope Jacob's watching. Is he
I
watching?
hope
so. I'm sure
he's
he
on
is.
Facebook. He's
Jacob,
Jacob, if you're watching,
make my morning, Jacob. Look, Jacob Nelson, if you're watching the live stream, please comment on this. That would make my day. Please throw a comment or question on here for your pop. That would be awesome.
Text him and
He is spectacular.
Well,
I hope you get to meet him if you haven't yet.
I can't wait to meet him. And the good thing is that this being on Facebook Live, it's archived, so he may not get it. He may not even be up yet. But when he does get up, he can throw the comment, and I'll see it then. So you really segued nicely into my next question. I just wanted to know, you were around at the early days of the foundation. So you mentioned how important it is. One of the missions is to help get individuals with autism out into the community. Why is this so important? I know, from what I understand, individuals with autism often have issues with social interactions, or their mind works a little bit differently. So they have to get that experience and adapt. I mean, from your experience, why is it so important to fulfill this mission?
Well, it's not just on the individual basis for the person who with autism. It's also the families, because when you have a family member, when you have a child with a disability, there are things that I never expected as a parent.
Sure.
So you can get lost in that feeling of, there's nobody else around who understands.
Yep.
And a lot of times you don't have the time to go out and find those connections. Mm-hmm. And so that's one thing that I experienced. We had two events recently. We had an inclusive trick-or-treat, and we had a public event for the community that was an inclusive event. And we encourage families to attend. We encourage them, bring your family member, your brother, your son, your daughter who on the spectrum, have them attend. And some of the reactions ranged from, we'd love to come, to we really can't attend because, and so we actively reached out to people and said, no, please attend. And
trust me, like you get out here,
and
it's going to be it's going to be conditioned for everyone to be comfortable. It's going to be a great event.
And what came about was that parents, families, individuals connected where they normally might not have had that opportunity to connect. And so that kind of community building is very important. It's something that people don't necessarily think immediately that they have the opportunity to do, but if we build it and we create it, make it available, we're going to get more and more of that. And so that's part of the mission and part of the work that we do, is making those kind of things possible. And it does take a lot of effort. Takes planning, takes volunteering, takes resources and funding. Not a whole lot, but enough to where there's a need out there.
You remember earlier we
happen.
talked about nonprofit years.
Yes,
right?
yes.
3 months in a nonprofit, it's like 3 years. Let me tell you, there's also nonprofit money.
Yes.
See, a lot of folks don't realize if you make $1 donation to a nonprofit, they're going to make that dollar stretch.
Yes,
because
we are very frugal.
and that's how you have become as influential and widespread as you have.
Yes, we're frugal enough, and we direct our resources. We're all volunteers, so we don't have a lot of overhead. I'm a numbers guy. I'm a money guy. I have to manage budgets, so I try to keep it real. But we do need to focus it on the areas that have the need. Mm-hmm. So when we do the fundraiser, it's to bring more people in, to connect more people, and to build more resources. When we do our events, is to build more community. So we realize we've got to make those investments.
Mm-hmm. So I want to go back to one thing, and piggyback a little bit, if that's okay, because we got lots and lots of time, right?
Yeah,
so
let's do it. Let's do it.
So another way that I feel like these events that we're able to participate in, and especially the volunteer things where we're connecting with other organizations like Rotary, for example, is not only for the individuals and the families that are impacted, but also just for community members. So I think there are a lot of people out I can speak for myself. Until my son, I'd never really spent a lot of time with someone on the spectrum, at least knowingly. And so I think there are a lot of people out there that are probably like that would love to make that connection and would love to show support, and they just don't have the connection piece to be able to provide that safe space, that acceptance that we want to build. And so the more times that we can put, not to get, speaky, but neurotypical people with, people that are on the spectrum, I feel like it just creates community on both sides, and it gives both types of people a chance to be around one another and become more comfortable. Maybe you think, well, I don't know if I could work with someone that's on the spectrum because, it might be socially awkward. I wouldn't know how to interact. But the more you're with them, the more you realize they're just people, man.
They're just people.
They're
and you know
super
what?
cool. And you just have to kind of get to know them for them. Everybody's got their differences,
and
right?
I respect and appreciate the directness. Right? I mean,
Yeah.
you know where you stand.
That's it.
It's important to communicate effectively and be, because we have to, that outreach is very important. Mm-hmm. I mean, just be honest, lay it on the table and move forward.
Well, it's a great work that the West Georgia Autism Foundation is busy at hand. They have a lot going on. We're going to go and take our first commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to continue our conversation with Kristian Whittington and Harry Nelson of the West Georgia Autism Foundation as we discuss how you can help support the great work of the foundation by attending a tremendous fundraiser, the 2023 Snowball. So stay with us.
Health is a journey. It's making better choices, even when it's not easy. It's taking care of yourself and the people you love. At Tanner Health System, we're there for you with every step, with primary care, heart care, cancer care, women's care, orthopedics, surgical services, and so much more. We're dedicated to helping you live and feel your best. So let's get on that journey to health. You've got places to be for many years to come. Find us at tanner.org.
As a believer in the power of education, we are called to set the standard by shaping and empowering the minds of future generations through quality education. Oak Mountain Academy embraces this philosophy, which is why my children attend this prestigious school. I am elated to serve on the OMA Board of Trustees, where together we prepare students and remind them to trust and believe in the power to transform the world. I'm Dr. Brian Bain, inviting you to celebrate our 60-year legacy of academic excellence. Visit us at oakmountain.us.
And we're back to Community Voice. Time is 8:44 a.m., Thursday, January 12th. And I'm your host, Josh Engel. We are speaking with the West Georgia Autism Foundation today. We have board member Kristian Whittington as well as president Harry Nelson. The foundation serves over 10 West Georgia counties currently, but that number is going to grow, I imagine, as more support comes in for the organization. They've been serving individuals with autism and their families since 2017. If you're just tuning in, we are live streaming on our WLBB Facebook page. I can talk. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to type those in. We already have a few. Peggy Farmer Robinson says, "Good morning, great job." A bunch of blue hearts there. And then
Peggy.
Hey. And then we have a larger comment that's a little bit too long, but I don't think I'm going to get into it right now. But it is a tremendous. I'm going to read through the comment and maybe be able to read through it later. But I appreciate the engagement. This is what we're talking about. Questions and comments for our guests. You have something, feel free to bring it out. So let's get to the snowball. We're going to throw it over to President Harry Nelson. How did the original snowball come together, and what was the intention behind it?
Well, the intention was we wanted to have a big fundraiser. We were just getting started. We had, and I'm a numbers guy, we had probably $4,000 in our account. So we were very nervous, but we were able to throw a very successful event that year. We raised over $75,000 in revenue that year. Duplicated it the next year. Had a tornado hit us, but we still raised about $65,000 for the organization. Wow. Then COVID hit. So now, meanwhile, we've been directing those funds towards small grants, developing our programs, developing awareness, and then now we're stepping back into getting back on track after COVID, getting our snowball rolling again. So we're just super excited that we've got, and so many people have responded, but we're building more steam.
This is going to be the best year yet.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be the best year yet. Just from what I'm hearing, I mean, this is really shaping up to be a tremendous snowball.
We've got some amazing new sponsors, amazing returning sponsors, amazing items on our auction. Oh my gosh, it's gotten big.
Well, that's great. Well, Kristian, how about you tell us about this year's snowball? I know that there's a lot to look forward to. What can folks expect? What kind of evening is it?
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay, let's start with the basics, right? So the event is Saturday, January 21st, so it's coming up quick. To start at 6 p.m., we will be over in Bremen at the Sewell Mill Events Facility, which is right off of Hamilton Avenue there in Bremen, if you're familiar. So lots of cool stuff happening. Of course, we're going to start the evening with delicious hors d'oeuvres and cocktails. We'll have a silent auction, and y'all, we have got some pretty sweet items to go out. I mean, so I don't want to give too much away, but what I will say is go find West GA Autism Foundation on Facebook, because we're going to do a little preview next week as we start getting pictures of some of our things. We'll do a little teaser. So I'm not going to tease it today, but I'm going to say we got some really cool commitments. So as things start coming in,
you better go take a look.
Maybe some Georgia fans, or if you're fans of certain sports teams, or if you're fans of, I don't know, things like high quality liquor, or if you like to go camping, you like to be outdoors. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to give any more.
A full spectrum of amazing items. Right,
that's it. So that'll be part of the first portion of the evening with the silent auction. We'll have that continue to go as we move people into the main dining area for some delicious food again. Just going to fill your tummies.
Who's doing the food? I heard about that.
Your great event. So you saw Miss Peggy comment on our lovely show today.
Her brownies are out of this world.
All of her food is out of this world.
Seth's
but brownies, I will say, they are like 11 on a scale of 1 to 10. So
absolutely.
Peggy will be there with her incredible team doing all the catering for us. So excited. She's a part of our board as well, so very passionate about this specific cause. But look, dinner, dancing, we're going to be doing some live auction items, and that's going to be really fun for us to be able to do that. That's kind of a new thing that we're adding this year. The music. Okay, so Ollie Patterson, if anybody's familiar, he is a absolutely phenomenal saxophone player. So he'll be there a lot during the silent auction portion. And then if you're ready to like get your groove on, the Weekend Getaway Band. So we're going to make sure we fill your bellies. We're going to give you some lovely things to drink, and then you're going to party the night away with us.
I think all right, let's just cut the brass tacks. One of the reasons why this is such a great fundraiser is it's so classy. It's so classy and fun, and again, cocktails, dinner, dancing, drinks, silent auction. I mean, this is the one time that I was able to I dropped off a recycling container one time. I wasn't going, but I was able to drop it off, and I was just wearing like a tracksuit or something, and I'm looking around and I'm like, wow, I better get out of here because they're going to call the cops, because I'm like, this is such a nice setup. But it is such a beautiful event, and I think what's so important is that everything, I mean, I imagine the funds, the funds raised, at the silent auction, both for the tickets, for people that buy full tables. Businesses can sponsor,
That's
from
right.
what I
Yes,
understand.
definitely.
How can businesses sponsor?
We have there's on our website, we have it posted where businesses can click the link, they can look at the sponsorship levels, they can register right there. So it's
And the
simple as
different
that.
levels will come with seats at a table and,
Correct.
and other things.
Yeah,
Yep.
so we've got a platinum level. It's 5,000, and it comes with a table, and it comes with prominent display at the event and recognition.
Yep.
We also post our sponsors on our webpage. When anything funnels through our webpage for the year, their logo is there as that level of sponsor. We have a gold sponsor, $2,500. It comes with a full table. Now, bear in mind, you're going to get, for your guests, you're going to have a meal that night that's just outstanding.
Yep.
And, of course, drinks all night. I mean, it's like the finest dining you can have. So for the full night, and then music and entertainment. We have silver level sponsor, which is that 1,000, and a bronze sponsor, which is 500 and you get 4 tickets with the bronze, and then we also have general admission. So the tickets are available as well until they sell out. So.
And they can get the tickets on the West Georgia Autism Foundation
Correct.
website.
Yeah,
And,
same place. There's a link that will go to the ticket page, prominently displayed, and they can click that link and they can get their tickets.
Yep.
Easy. Well, we're going to go and take our second commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to wrap up our conversation with the West Georgia Autism Foundation, Kristian Whittington and Harry Nelson, as we are chatting about this year's Snowball. You don't want to miss it.
Health is a journey. It's making better choices, even when it's not easy. It's taking care of yourself and the people you love. At Tanner Health System, we're there for you with every step, with primary care, heart care, cancer care, women's care, orthopedics, surgical services, and so much more. We're dedicated to helping you live and feel your best. So let's get on that journey to health. You've got places to be for many years to come. Find us at tanner.org.
I'm Michael Flynn, Oak Mountain Academy class of 1978.
Katie Flynn, class of 2010.
Justin Flynn, class of 2014.
Logan Flynn, class of 2019.
And I'm Marnie Flynn, current teacher at OMA.
My uncle Richard Orm Flynn, a founding father of Oak Mountain Academy, had a vision to see students become confident leaders who hold a faith-based value system in an academically rigorous environment. We are proud to celebrate 60 years of fulfilling my uncle's vision.
Our family invites you to visit the campus or oakmountain.us today.
And we're back to Community Voice. Today's Thursday, January 12th, and I'm your host, Josh Engel. We're live streaming on our WLBB Facebook page. If you have any questions or comments for our guest, feel free to type those in. I did want to mention Tina Lynette Moore Mitchell. You typed in a comment. It's a bit of a longer comment, but it's very important. So I have actually gone ahead and gotten this comment over to the fine folks here at West Georgia Autism. They're going to look into that for you and see if they can sort that out. Speaking of West Georgia Autism Foundation, we got him right here in the studio, Kristian Whittington, board member, as well as Harry Nelson, president of the West Georgia Autism Foundation, and a member since 2017, when the organization was first founded. If you're just tuning in, be sure to check out the full episode. We're talking about the Snowball, the 2023 Snowball. It's the big fundraiser for West Georgia Autism, and it helps make the incredible work that they do in 10 local West Georgia counties possible. So, for folks who might just be tuning in, Kristian, if you could, how about you give us a recap on the event, but also let us know what businesses help make it happen.
Absolutely. Okay, so quick recap is Saturday, January 21st, we are hosting our annual Snowball. We would love for you to come and be a part. Individual tickets are still available, or if there are businesses out there that are watching, we still have sponsorships available.
It's a no-brainer to sponsor this event because it's so fun.
I mean, we feel that way, so yes.
Absolutely.
Businesses, you still have time to be a part of this, so we would love to connect with you. And, of course, those sponsorships come with tickets, too, because we want you to not only sponsor, but we want you to connect with us and connect with the cause. So come that evening, Saturday, January 21st, starts at 6 p.m. It's cocktail, so it's dinner, it's silent auction and dancing and all kinds of fun. It's going to be an incredible evening, as you mentioned, very classy.
Very classy.
But a great chance to just connect with so many other people and support what we believe to be an incredible cause in this community. So we'd love for you guys to come out and be a part of that. So businesses that helped make it happen. I will try not to miss anybody, but
next
if
year,
I do,
if you sponsor this
we'll
event,
go back
we'll
in
be
the
talking about
comments
you.
and add them if we can. Okay, so platinum sponsors, definitely want to do a big shout out for Pilgrim Law Group. We're so thankful to have them as a sponsor with us this year at the platinum level. Southwire, another platinum sponsor. Thank you. West Georgia Prevention and Advocacy Resource Center, West Georgia Forklift, Carroll EMC, the Carrollton Police Department, Spa 316 Healthcare, the Hart Family, Paula Waters, the University of West Georgia, Greystone Power, Carrollton Orthopedics, West Georgia Technical College, Carroll County Mental Health Advocates. Excited about that partnership and what that could bring to help support this community from both angles.
Shout out to Jody.
Yeah, Heartwood Products, Hightower Funeral Home, of course, Peggy at Your Great Events, also Illuminated Productions, helping us with all our production needs that evening, BC Photography, doing our photography that evening. So
the best of the best.
Yeah, we got the best.
And we got Printer's Ale that gave
Printer's Ale, our beverage sponsor. Yes, thank you. And who did I miss? I know I missed. We just had a new one that just signed up like yesterday.
Maryland Associates.
Maryland
yes.
Associates.
Maryland
There you go.
Associates.
So if we missed you, I'm so sorry, and I will go back in the comments and add you so nobody misses it. But thank you to all of these organizations because we couldn't do it without you.
Well, I know we only have about 3 minutes left, but someone wrote in the comments here, don't forget the beach.
Oh yes,
Don't forget the beach.
We have the condo.
Yes. So one of our really cool live auction items is a weekend beach trip. So I don't have all the details in front of me, but come that evening, you can bid and you could have a chance to get away for an incredible beach trip.
Rosemary Beach, I think.
This is amazing.
Rosemary Beach, yes.
Rosemary Beach. All right. So this is your
Yeah.
opportunity to win a trip. Tons of good sports items at the silent auction and some mystery items, other very classy mystery items you're going to want to check out as I start teasing them next week. We only have a couple of minutes left here, but if you could, where can folks learn more? Where can they keep tabs of what's going on at the foundation? Where can they donate? Where can they get tickets? Where can they sponsor the event?
Two places: our website, westgaautism.org, or you can find us on Facebook and reach out to us, and we can definitely get you connected.
Yep. So that's wgaautism.org if you're visiting our site. If you're going to find out specifically about the snowball, make sure to click events, and then you'll see Get Involved. And when you click on that Get Involved button, that's going to show everything you need to know about the event, sponsorships, individual tickets, all that good stuff.
Well, I think the best way to wrap it up would be to read this last comment that came in. Kimberly McCormick Brownlee, awesome job, Harry Nelson. Kristian, you were pretty great, but really, no, I'm just
Couldn't
teasing.
have done it without Kristian.
Well.
Seriously, what a great addition to the board. It's such a pleasure to have both of you on the show with us today. I'm very much looking for the snowball. That date one more time, January 21st, 6 p.m. at the Bremen, the Sewell Mill Events Facility on Hamilton Avenue in Bremen. Thank you all again so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you all of you tuning in at home and on air. We'll see you at the Snowball.